So now the Rebbe explains the question that he asked, what is this idea of Ani Hashem? And how is Moshe Rabbeinu in a way greater, that he knows Ani Hashem more than the others? And the Rebbe will explain, based on what we've learned up till here, that while the Dira B'Tachtonim is accomplished through Torah and mitzvahs, but you need the Achas Hitamosi, you need the level of Achas, you need the level of Tefillah to be Mekasher and to unite so with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so that we can bring down through Torah and mitzvahs the Dira B'Tachtonim. In a similar way, by Daber Elikim El Moshe, Vayemer Elav Ani Hashem, in order to get from Elikim, from the Midas Hadin, which was in Golus Mitzrayim, and then we have to get to the Ani Hashem, we need to first be Avram, Yitzchak, Yaakov, which is the obvious Tefillah Stiknum, which is through the level of Tefillah. And then when we have the level of Tefillah, which is Mekasher with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, then Torah can be Mamshich Moshe Rabbeinu, which is Torah Dani Hashem. Let's look inside. V'zohu ma shekosu Vaydaber Elikim el Moshe Vayemer Elav Ani Hashem. So Elikim speaks to Moshe and says to him, Ani Hashem. Dihine Golus Mitzrayim Hoyso Bedugmas Kur Habazal. The exile of Egypt was similar to the kiln, the metal kiln, which gets the metal hardened and strong. It has to go through the kur, it has to go through the kiln. The bigdei sheha'olam yuchal lekabel ha'torah v'limud mevel de ma'isa. So for the world to be able to be receiving the Torah, to accept the Torah, and the Torah means learning and then to do the ma'isa. How could the world accept it? Which is in Inyan HaMitzvahs, mevel de ma'isa, Inyan HaMitzvahs. So how could the world accept this? You have to go through the Kur HaBazl. You have to go through, introduce first. They made their lives bitter. They made them work with hard labor. That is the sorting out, the refinement that is accomplished through this metal kiln. That prepared, made it ready to receive the Torah. And that took place by the Yidden in Mitzrayim. And then they got the Torah. As opposed to the time of the forefather before the exile of Egypt. The world was not prepared. But then when the world is prepared, what happens through Torah? The truth of Hashem, which is in the Torah, comes down into the world. Torah nikra Torah Savaya. Torah is Torah's Hashem. So that's the Emes Hashem that comes down into the world, into the Olam. That impacts, that works into the Bereshis Bara Elikim. The Torah makes the Bara Elikim, the world, to be B'tachlis Hashlemus. Bereshis בדוגמא סמבור לעיל בתמוסי And similar to we said, why we call it tamosi, achasi, yenos tamosi, shenishlam arotzon elyon, shehoy b'bris olam, that completes the supreme will, but the Eibishter wanted in creating of the world. That's accomplished through the achasi yenosi by bringing it down into the world. This brings in the shleimus. The bereishis b'shvil ha'torah shenikras reishis. The Torah was created, the world was created, Bereshis, because of the Torah that's called Reishis. And when you bring down the Torah into the world, then you bring the world into its completion, wholesomeness, into the goal of bringing Torah, B'shvil HaTorah. But how are we mamshich the Torah, that emes havaya, the Torah should impact the world, that the Bereshis b'shvil HaTorah should be in the world? Amnon commotion is badly, just as we explained earlier. That the way to bring down, extend, making the dwelling place for Hashem in the lower world, hu al yidei, that's through the Torah, which is the Shishim Heimo Meloches, the 60 queens, that's the Mishnah, Shemani Pilakshim, that's the Braisa, Tov Alomis and Mispar, and Haloches without a number, in Torah. So, how do we mamshich in the world? That's through Torah. But before we do that, you still need achasi yenosi. Tzorich liyis lifnei zeh inyan hatfilah. Before that, you needed the level of davening. That's the bechinas achasi yenosi. That's the level of achasi yenosi. Why do we need the davening? The davening shall yidei zeh nase hishkashrus Yisrael b'kudshem brichu. Through the davening, that connects the Yidden with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so that then later on, the Yidden can bring down HaKadosh Baruch Hu through the Torah in this world. The davening brings the Hiskashrus Yisrael b'kudshem brichu, b'achakach, and then later on, through that, b'al yidei zeh, and through this connection, by Mechaber kudshem brichu, with the Yidden, Poilim Yisrael b'Torah, then the Yidden impact in the Torah, shemiskasheres b'kudshem brichu, that the Torah connects with the kudshem brichu. First, the Yidden connect with the Torah, and then they impact that the Torah should connect with the kudshem brichu. And then the Torah, she brings down from above to below, making the Dira B'Tachtonim, the Emes Havaya Loilam. But the Rebbe brings down, as known, one of the explanations, B'Maimer Azal, in the saying of our sages of blessed memory, it says, Tlas Kishri Miskashron Dobedo. There are 3 ties that are tied to each other. Yisrael, Reisa, Kudshem brichu. So the 3 items are the Yidden, the Torah, and kudshem brichu. So if you have 3 items, when you tie 3 items, there's only 2 knots. So why does it say tlas kshorim? But the answer is, in addition to the Yidden Bikasher to the Torah and the Torah to Kudshem brichu, the Yidden are directly Miskasher to Kudshem brichu. Like it's in a circle. It's a circle. Circles around the Yidden connect directly to Kudshem brichu. It's not just like from top to the bottom. As we were saying, Kudshem brichu lemailo. Kudshem is above. Ulamatam is and below that is a Raisa, is the Torah. Ulamatam is a Yisrael, below is the Yidden. No. This is like a circle. El Shagam Yisrael Atzmam Miskashram B'Kudshem brichu. But Yisrael themselves tied themselves to Kudshem brichu. V'al Yidei Zeh, and through their tie to Kudshem brichu, Harei Mamshichim B'Kudshem brichu Be'Raisa. And that's how they bring from Kuchabrich in the Torah. In other words, the circle goes in the other direction, from the Yidden to the Torah, and then from the Yidden to Kuchabrichu, by connecting to Kuchabrichu. So the Yidden to Kuchabrich, and then from Kuchabrichu is in the Torah. The Yidden bring from Kuchabrich in Torah. Bedugma Samvur, similar to what's explained, saying such an idea to connect Kuchabrichu to the Torah, we say this idea that the David Mechaber from the Zohar, that David would connect Torah with Kuchabrichu. Hine, Kemoi shal yidei b'chinas achas hiyenos yishu inyan atfila. Just as through the level of achas hiyenos, which is tefillah, we impact the connection, the tie from the Torah Kuchabrichu. Similar is to the idea here that we talk about ani havaya, that ani havaya is the highest level of atzmus. How do we impact that ani havaya should come down through Torah? Because in Torah is nizgala the essence of ani havaya. How do we impact that? We have to have Avram Yitzchak Yaakov. We have to have tefillah. And al derech zeh b'inyan ani havaya. Shu inyan Torah. Ani havaya, the level of ani havaya is Torah. Shehi amitis atzmusei. That is the true essence of Hashem in the Torah. The oisi atam lekim. When you learn Torah, you take me. You take the essence. Al yidei Torah through Torah. Because the pnimius Abba, Chochma, which is Torah, Reisim Chochma Nafti, the pnimius of Abba is pnimius Atik, is the inner of Atik. And Atik Shu Atzmus Mahus, that's the essence and the Mahus of Hashem. And therefore, Torah, you take Atik because pnimius Abba is pnimius Atik. So how do you take Ani Hashem, Atzmus, first, you need to have I appear to Avram Yitzchak Yaakov. You have to have the idea of davening. And davening is Avram Yitzchak Yaakov, the tefillas ovnum tiknum, the tefillas ovis tiknum. Who instituted the davening? That's the forefathers. Ubiprotis, and more specific, had Avram Yitzchak Yaakov, Avram Yitzchak Yaakov, him agimul tefillas, the shachris mincha ma'ariv. I'm so Yaakov with the three davenings of Shachris Mincha Ma'ariv, Shezohoya HaChone, and that was the preparation by the Ovis, the level of their davening, L'Avodas Habonim, the service that the children do, because the Maisa Ovis in Labonim, the act of the fathers is the sign, is the support of the Bonim. Shetzorich li is based in yon in the Torah Tefillah. You need both matters of Torah and Tefillah. So when we get Ani Hashem, we need the introduction first from Va'era Avram Yitzchak Yaakov. You need first Tefillah. V'zeu Vaydaber Elikim, and that's why it starts off Vaydaber Elikim with Elikim. Dikshe Yisrael tzrichim lotzis megolis Mitzrayim. When the Yidden need to go out of the Golus, the exile of Egypt, Adayin b'chinas ha'gevura begilui. Openly, there is still the level of Gevura. Shazeu inyan Shem Elikim, that's the idea of Shem Elikim, is Gevura. Okemoi Parei, this is like Parei. The Yidden are Mitzrayim under Parei. Parei said, Shomer lo yadaiti es Havaya. He doesn't know Havaya. She'enei shaykh l'shem Havaya. He is not connected to the Shem Havaya. Lifi she'inyone v'shorshe. What is Parei and where is his root? U'sheyoinek mimem ches sirufim achreinim the Shem Elikim. He nurtures from the 48 last combination of the name Elikim. There's various different combinations of the Shem Elikim. and he nurtures of the 48 last ones. This is brought down from the I guess from the Zohar. Actually, this is from the Pri Etz Chaim that the Rebbe brings down here. So the Yidden that were in Golus under Parid, just like Parid says, so Gam Yisrael Havdil to distinguish, but by the Yidden too, Shehoyu Os Begolus Mitzrayim, they were then in the exile of Egypt. How Gam came because there was also in such a way. Avol Achar Kach, by Daber Elikim El Moshe. So still under the level of Gevura, under the level of Elikim to Moshe, from Golus Mitzrayim. ויאמר אליו אני Hashem. He says, now, אני Hashem, שהגיע הזמן, that the time has come, שיסגלה בחינת אני הוויה, that the level of אני הוויה should be revealed. The who, and how does that take place? על ידי הקדומos, וארא אל אברהם אל יצחק ואל יעקב. שהוא עניין התפילה by Avram, appearing of Avram to Yaakov, which is tefillah. Kinal b'chinas achas yenosi, to have the level of achas yenosi and achayonim, level of that. Shebitzad b'chinas zu, from that level, when we get to the level of ani, eine shaykh laharer achar midoisov. Over there, it's not apply. You can't think why Hashem is doing with the measures of Hashem. When we come to the level of tefillah, every measure that He measures you. So first you have the level of tefillah, which brings you to the level that you don't, because the level of davening is b'chol meidecha. So then later on, and through this, we get the level of Ani Havaya. That comes through Moshe. The Pasuk says, that Moshe Rabbeinu is going to tell Ani Havaya. He brings down about Moshe Kibbel Torah Misinai because he received the Torah Musara and gave it over. So he brought down the Havaya to the Olam. He brings down Torah. Matan Torah li Yisrael, giving the Torah to the Nishal Yidei Zeh Yeshem Havaya Begilu. Through that, the name of Havaya is revealed, comes open. Sha'asares Adibris, that the 10 sayings, Yumshachu Ba'asaram Hamorish U'Behem Nivra Olam, should be drawn down into the 10 sayings that the world was created. To bring down Emes Havaya La'olam into the Asara Mamoris, into Bereishis B'Shvil HaTorah, to bring down the Torah in the world, which is Geula Mahalomis Mahamitzorim, which is a redemption from the obscurity and the boundaries and the limitations. Ubechol Hadalad L'Shoinish Shel Geula, in all 4 languages of redemption, of Hitseisi, I will take out, Yitzalti, I will save, Gaalti, I will redeem, Lakachti, and I will take, Va'ad, until the end, Va'vesi Eschem El Eretz Toiva, I bring you to a good land, which is Heipach Dehelim, not Mitzrayim, blocked, not obscure, but a good Uruchava. So Toiva Uruchava. Toiva is not obscure. Uruchava, wide, the Mitzorim, not boundaries, not limited. The Korev Mamish, Bagola Didan, Adei Mashiach Tzidkenu. Very soon, and also in Aramaic, Bagola Didan, very soon, Adei Mashiach Tzidkenu, through the righteous Mashiach.